Hello, Disney friends and fellow travelers. I am here at Disney's Hollywood Studios today. It is a gorgeous morning. It's about 11 o'clock, pretty early for me. Usually don't get here this early, but sounds like we're in for some rain. We have a tropical depression that's going to get here this weekend, so it could limit my times in the parks. We will see. But right now it's beautiful. It is a nice breeze going on, and I'm ready to just go walk around the park. So come walk with me. Donald and Daisy are meeting out here where Frozone used to, instead of in front of the Brown Derby area. So that's different. Frozone is now in the reopened Pixar Place doing meet and greets. So yeah, they're out here taking pictures. This is not a real meet and greet, as they do not take individual pictures. You don't go up one by one. You just kind of all stand in a group and get to see them. They're always so much fun. So right in front of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, they have this new picture spot where you can go up. It is a magic shot. I haven't seen it yet. So yeah, I'll have to look online and see what magic you're gonna get. So I had plans to ride Runaway Railway. It's been a minute, but it's a 60-minute line. And I think that's a little too long for me right now. So I'm walking down the reopened Pixar Place. There's Frozone out here doing his meet and greets. It's nice to see this place being utilized again, because it was just kind of a dead alley for a while, but now it's being used and there's people down here, and not just people that expect to be able to get through to the other side and have to turn around. You have Sully out here meeting his adoring fans. He kind of blends into the background with that blue. How cute. And the Edna mode has her own experience here. That you go in and meet her. Wait time is 15 minutes for that. I see her in there meeting people. Oh, she's so cute. So I thought about waiting in line to meet Edna. I love Edna. But I also kind of want to do it when my daughter's here. She loves collecting autographs. And yeah, kind of don't want to do it without her the first time. She loves The Incredibles. And everybody loves Edna. Come on. They did finally change out the Willow sign to the Little Mermaid. Willow is going away. They're taking it off of Disney Plus with the new merge that they're doing. And I'm sad about that. I wish more people had watched it. It's very cute, very campy, but very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Over here at Walt Disney Presents, they have a limited time sneak peek preview of the new Little Mermaid movie. So that's fun. She is also going to be greeting guests come May 26th. That will be so cool. I am definitely gonna, I'm not big on character meetings, but that's one I definitely do. I love meeting cartoon Ariel. I am sure I would love meeting movie Ariel as well. So I decided to come into the Walt Disney Presents. I'm not going to stay for the preview. I'm just going to come and look at some of the artifacts, some of the pictures they have on display. I love this little dedicated area to Walt Disney. There really needs to be more for Walt. He is the reason that this is here. This is the reason that we have all of this magic that we get to experience. And it kind of makes me emotional. I mean, man, I know it's meant a lot for my life, and I'm sure it's meant a lot for a lot of you too. This picture, this is one of my all-time favorites. Him walking through the bridge of the castle. You can just see all that hope, all that hope and joy, you know, that's radiating through him when he didn't know if it was going to be a success or not. So cool. And Walt on the train tracks. He loved his trains, that's for sure. And up there in the tiki room. And of course, all of the pictures of him in the park would be Disneyland, as unfortunately, he never got to see Disney World. I always wonder what could have been. What could have been if he's, you know, if he lived a little longer. And a diorama of the Main Street USA and Disneyland. So very cool. Of course, it was based on his childhood home of Marceline, Missouri. I have never been there. I should go sometime. I saw a few people looking at the Disney Brothers picture of Walt with Roy, and they asked, could you imagine being Walt's brother? What did you ever do? Roy did so much. Roy was really, really just as important as Walt in the making of Disney World. He was the one that, had the money. You always think of Walt had the creativity, Roy had more of the business sense. Both are important. They made a great team. Over here you have the early animation table. The first 3 Mickey Mouse cartoons, Plain Crazy, The Gallop and Gaucho, and Steamboat Willie, were all created on animation tables similar to this reproduction. So it is a reproduction. If you have not seen the Cirque du Soleil drawn to life at Disney Springs, it brings a lot of this to life. It is definitely worth seeing. I really enjoyed it. A Disney Silly Symphony, the Skeleton Dance. That is one of my favorites. It creeps my husband Dustin out, but it is a must-watch during the Halloween season. And of course, Silly Symphony's The Band Concert. That is probably the first Silly Symphony that I remember seeing on an old movie, or it was a VHS then, a VHS that had some Silly Symphonies on there. That was the 3rd time that Donald Duck was in a cartoon. And man, how his popularity grew. The glare might be too much. It's kind of dark, but there's some old school character plushies. They definitely look a little bit different than what we've got now. Not sure my Nuka would enjoy those as much. So over here you have a travel trunk that accompanied Walt and Lillian, his wife, on numerous overseas voyages. That is the real one. That's not a replica. So very cool. These things behind glass here are not replicas. They are actually from the Walt Disney Archives collection. The mouse car statue right there. So that was his own version of an Oscar award that honored the people who made the greatest contributions to Walt Disney. So that is a Disney Oscar right there. Very cool. So this one is very cool. It is a miniature diorama of Granny's cabin from the film So Dear to My Heart. That is a beautiful movie. If you ever had the chance to see it, I'm not sure if that would be one on Disney Plus or you'd have to seek it out. But it is a beautiful, beautiful movie. Yeah. And it also helped to inspire the concept for Disneyland Park, which happened 4 years later. They have a whole setup from the early years, just keeps going. I love this picture of Song of the South. I hope it stays. I understand that it is not relevant to now, but it is a part of history. And history should never be ignored. So this was pretty cool. So it says a new dimension in animation. Walt's desire to expand the horizons of animation led to the creation of his first 3-dimensional animated figure, Project Little Man, a 1/8 scale tap dancing vaudevillian. Walt envisioned building a series of dioramas featuring these miniature animated figures, an idea that ultimately led to the creation of Disneyland in 1949. Then you have pictures up here. And then you just walk a little bit over here, and over here you have the actual prototype figure of the Dancing Man. So performer Buddy Epson was filmed against a background grid as a reference for programming the movements of the early dimensional animated figures. Walt Disney built the elaborate opera house set himself, guided by design from animator Ken Anderson. And then you can come on the back and see all the intricacies of it. Way before computer animation, way before we had a lot of the technology we do now. Very, very cool. For sure. A replica of Adventureland in Disneyland. You got your Jungle Cruise boats out there. With the Congo Queen, Suwannee Lady, and the other one I cannot tell. I'm old and my eyes are bad. And then we start moving on to newer things such as California Adventure, which I have been to, I enjoyed, I want to go back. When I was there, the Pixar area was being rethemed, so I never got to ride the roller coaster there, or even really go in that area. The fun wheel was down. So yeah, definitely need to go back. And then of course, Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. It's a very, very fun ride. I'm glad that we kept our Tower of Terror, but it's fun to have another option when you're over on the West Coast. And a little dedication over here to the Mouseketeers. They really were the start of that live action childhood shows that everybody could enjoy. We got an Annette doll. Who didn't love Annette? Annette full of jello. Very fun. And Karen's little dress there. My dad was in love with Karen. Her and Shirley Temple he wanted to marry until he found out that Shirley Temple was actually already an older lady by the time he was a kid. Then he changed his mind. Then it was Karen. There's a picture with Walt with all of his Mouseketeers there. I used to watch that late at night. We didn't have the Disney Channel growing up. We didn't have cable out on the farm, but my grandparents would get free previews of it every once in a while through their cable provider. It'd just be a weekend. And my mom, even at her sickest, we would stay up and watch the old shows like the Mouseketeers, Spin and Marty, all the good stuff. And of course, Annette and Jimmy up there. Well, look at that. We've got a model of Cinderella Castle. Back when she was in her rightful color, the off-white kind of gray. I'm just not getting with the salmon pink. I'm not. Let's go back. Let's repaint her. Let's do the Christmas lights again. I understand the projections are amazing, but I never got to see the Castle Dream lights. I want to. And of course, where a lot of the rides got their first actual riders from the public at the big World's Fair. In 1964 at New York World's Fair, you had, of course, the Small World, the happiest cruise that ever sailed. You had Carousel of Progress. I can't imagine how mind blown the visitors were. Oh, and there's Mary Blair, my favorite Disney artist. The whimsy in her artistry. It's just beautiful. Then an area dedicated to Disney's newest ship, the Disney Wish. I have never cruised. I do not have a passport. I hope to change that in the next few months. My anxiety gives me a little bit of terror with that, but I need to do it. I need to do it at some point. It looks like so much fun. Of course, I've seen so many vloggers that have vlogged it and make it look awesome, but it also gives me a little anxiety. Ooh, and the movie is gonna start in about 3 minutes. I do not think I'm gonna stay and watch the movie. I want to be surprised when The Little Mermaid comes out and watch it for the first time in the theater with my daughter. They have the actual outfits here from Peter Pan and Wendy that was on Disney Plus. Meh. I made it about a half hour in and I turned it off. I couldn't get into it. The acting was bad. But you know, make up your own mind. A model of Spaceship Earth over here. It almost looks like slides are coming out of that. How cool would that be? Instead of going down an or what is that called? A moving platform, I guess. You just slide down. I could get behind that. And of course, you have to have a spot dedicated to the Disney Worlds that are overseas. So April of 1983, the very first international Disney theme park debuted in Tokyo Disneyland. I would love to go to Tokyo Disneyland sometime. It looks absolutely beautiful. There are so many people that fly through here just trying to get into the movie, thinking it's going to be an attraction. This is the attraction. Take your time. Look at all of this history. So that was a fun little trip into Walt Disney Presents. You know, it makes me a bit emotional. I love it. I love going in there, seeing all of the artifacts, all of the artistry. How blessed we are to have the arts in our lives. So it makes me sad. I don't like to get too involved in the personal world out here, but we need to support the arts. All of the cost cutting going on at schools, getting rid of these programs. It's not fair to our kids, and it's not fair to what could happen with those kids. We could have the next Walt. Come on, let's support that. I feel like our sweet spot that we had with low crowds is going away. Of course, Memorial Day weekend is coming up, so people are starting their vacations early, but it is definitely busier than it has been. But let's go through Toy Story Land, just check on some wait times. There's Woody and Jessie. They're trekking. They are making their way out.
Jessie is here for you.
Definitely a busy day. We've got a 55-minute wait at Toy Story Mania. I'll be honest, I rarely wait longer than a half hour for that ride. Well, Slinky Dog is at an 80-minute wait. Bit too long for me, actually a lot too long for me. Yeah, it is definitely, the crowds are picking up. You know, that's to be expected. They're just gonna keep going up. There's gonna be a lot of park walks. I'm not a big, I'll wait in line sometimes, but not all the time. But yeah, still gotta get out here and get my steps in. So I usually say look up, but sometimes you gotta look down too. There is Andy's footprint down on the ground. That is one big footprint. And look, we have Frozone just out here walking around, not even in his little spot. Over in Pixar Place, they have the neighborhood bakery where you can get the famous Jack Jack's Num Num cookies. I've never had one. I think today might be the day. So I brought my cookie over here by the Brown Derby, where Starring Rolls used to be. It's just a nice little seating area. You got some tables, because this is the kind of cookie you need. You definitely need a table for. Let's give him an unveil here. Look at that. He is like a full-on cookie pie. I am thinking I definitely should have gotten a fork for this. Oh my, it's nice and warm. It's huge, definitely splittable. Look at those big chocolate chunks, yum. So I broke him open so you can see just how ooey gooey he is. He's got a nice crust on top, but the inside looks soft, just like a cookie should be. I'm excited to give it a try. Well, friends, that's as far as I could go. That's all I could do. That was a whole lot of cookie. The price was around $6.19. And then I had to buy water because I forgot my water at home. Ugh, drives me nuts when I do that. But yeah, very good, very rich, but definitely splittable. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna try to take the cookie home. But if you remember right from my Grand Floridian disaster with my halfway to Halloween cake pop, I'll put the links in the comment. Florida heat and chocolate do not go well together. I mean, it's already kind of melty anyway, at least, but we'll see what happens. Well, we'll do a quick little walk down Sunset Boulevard. I just saw the Tower of Terror is at 65 minutes. Yeah, definitely busier than it has been the past few weeks. Of course, like I said earlier, Memorial Day is coming up. People are getting a head start on vacations. You can't blame them. But yeah, it's still fun to be out here, even if all we're doing is getting our steps in. What better place to walk? Decided we'd come over here, look in the shops a little bit. We're at Sunset Club Couture right now. Let's head in. All your classic mini stuff. Look at these ears with the cute little buttons. That's fun. What kind of felt on there? Very cute. I love that jacket. $80 for the jacket. Fun. A cute little rain jacket that might come into good use this week, as every day is forecasted to rain. $54.99 for that. Oh my gosh, look at this fun bucket hat with the white rabbit on it from Alice in Wonderland for $34.99. It's fuzzy inside, so it'd be a warm one, but oh, so cute. He looks shocked. He is definitely shocked. A little classic Ariel Little Mermaid bucket hat for $24.99. It is not fuzzy inside, but look, you got Flounder and Sebastian and some shells. That is cute. I think it's kid size, but I would totally wear that. My head would be too big though, I'm sure. I really love these Encanto shirts, especially this one down here. It just says, Hola Casita. You wouldn't even know it was Disney unless you really knew. It's very cute, very vintagey looking. Let's check the price. $39.99. Very cute. So they still have some of the 50th here. I did not even see this bag when the 50th was going on. Oops. And I'm making it fall. $39.99. Nice big tote bag. That's pretty cute. Okay, just doing some window shopping when the shirt just totally hit me. How cute is that? And the little beret with it. That is a whole look. I love it. Well, Bo, I think it's time for me to head out. It is going to start storming pretty soon, and it's awfully busy here today. But yeah, good seeing you, man. Enjoy that Coca-Cola. Well, friends, that was a fun, short little trip to Disney's Hollywood Studios on a busy, crowded day before a holiday weekend. Also, a tropical depression coming in right for Memorial Day. Ooh, not fun. But yeah, we're in for a stormy week here. I'm gonna try to come out to the theme parks early. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll get some videos up for you. But yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I'm just gonna go ahead and put our steps in right there. Thanks for walking with me. And as always, do all the things, drink the drinks, and I will see you next time. Bye.